안녕하세요, 톰입니다. Today, let's take a look at how to say goodnight in Korean, a greeting we use every day. There are many different ways to say goodnight in Korean, depending on the person you are saying to and the situation. Here, I will introduce 8 different ways to say goodnight. 안녕히 주무세요. 안녕히 주무십시오. 잘 자요. 잘 자. 쉬세요. 푹 쉬어요. 쉬어. 내 꿈꿔. Okay? Then let's get started. 그럼 시작할게요. 안녕히 주무세요. This is the common expression for a good night in Korean, and you can find it in your textbook. You can use this to elder people, such as your parents or your grandparents. Did you notice that many Korean greetings include the word 안녕 in them, such as 안녕하세요, hello, 안녕히 가세요, goodbye, and 안녕히 주무세요, good night. This 안녕 is a Chinese character which means peace, good health. 주무세요 is a respectful word meaning please sleep well. In other words, 안녕히 주무세요 directly translates to please have a peaceful night. 안녕히 주무십시오. Second, I will teach you 안녕히 주무십시오. It is a more formal version of 안녕히 주무세요 that we have just learned. In every conversation, you can use 안녕히 주무세요 to elders. But if you want to make it extra polite, you can say 안녕히 주무십시오. Likewise, 으세요 in 주무세요 gives a softer impression, while 으십시오 in 주무십시오 gives a more formal and stiff impression. 잘 자요. This is the most commonly used goodnight greeting among close family and friends. When you break down this phrase, 잘 means well and 자요 means sleep. So the literal translation of 잘 자요 is sleep well. As an application of this, if you wake up in the morning, you can say good morning, right? In Korean, it is going to be 잘 잤어요? As you already know, 잘 means well and 잤어요 means did you sleep? So direct translation would be did you sleep well? If you have a close relationship with someone who uses 잘 자요, you can also use 잘 잤어요 as a good morning. 잘 자. This is a more informal and casual version of 잘 자요, and you can use it to friends or siblings. In the case of 잘 자요, this 자요 part is in the yo form, which makes the language polite. But in 잘 자, this 자 part is called 반말, casual speech. That's why you use it with your friends or siblings. 쉬세요. Same as 안녕히 주무세요 and 잘 자요. Korean people also use 쉬세요 as good night. In this phrase, 쉬다 means to rest, and the respectful expression 으세요 is attached to 쉬다, which makes 쉬세요. It means please take a rest. You can use this wherever you want to recommend someone to take a rest. So this expression is appropriate not only in the situation of going to bed, but also in a situation where someone finished a hard exercise. 쉬세요 is short, but this is also a polite way to say take a rest. So you can say it to your elders. Since Korean people use 쉬세요 very often in their life, it would be useful to memorize this expression. 푹 쉬어요. Like 쉬세요, we have just learned, this expression also uses 쉬다 to rest. 푹 means soundly or completely. And 쉬어요 means take a rest. Here, you should pay attention to the pronunciation. It is not 쉬어요, but more like 쉬어요. So, together, it means take your rest soundly. In other words, have a good night's sleep. 푹 쉬어요 is also polite expression, but compared to 쉬세요, it is more casual. So you can use it to your family, friends, and other close people.
Oh!
쉬어. This expression is even more casual than 푹 쉬어요, and this is called 반말, casual speech. It is also pronounced 쉬어, not 쉬어. As with 잘 자, good night, you can use it to your close friends or siblings. If you are using 잘 자 to your friend, try using 쉬어 to expand your expression.
Oh!
내 꿈꿔. This 내 꿈꿔 is a little bit different from the conventional good night. And it is a little bit cheesy and romantic expression. This phrase was very popular in 1990s. If you use it to your Korean friends, they will be surprised that you know this phrase. Let's break down the meaning of 내 꿈꿔. 내 means my, 꿈 is dream, and 꿔 means have a dream. So it means have my dream. In other words, it means have a dream about me. You can use it to your girlfriend or boyfriend at the end of a phone call or email. Okay, you have learned 8 different types of good night today. What did you think? Let's use different ways to say good night depending on the person or situation. I'm sure you will have fun studying Korean. 그럼 오늘도 행복 가득, 웃음 가득한 하루 되세요. 한국어 파이팅 파이팅!